Happy International Women's Day. It's really important to celebrate International Women's Day because although women have come actually quite a long way over the centuries, certainly in the West, nonetheless we've still got quite a long way to go. But more importantly than that, we have women all over the world who are not in such an advantageous position as we are here in the West. And so it's really important for us to show solidarity to all of the women in all of the countries in all of the world so that they understand that we do feel that we're all in it together. I'm inspired every day by the women that I encounter, particularly those in the voluntary sector. But I suppose if I was to think, if I was just to, let's say, pick two, apart from obviously my mum and my sister, I have to say that, but apart from them, I would say two women really. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, she was mixed race Anglo-Indian, lived in northern India in a great deal of poverty in her childhood, and yet managed to be this incredibly cultured woman who read and was absolutely inspiring to me, and just dealt with all the difficulties she faced in her life with real charm and grace and dignity. So she was really inspirational. And then I think the other woman is my neighbour, Nikki Payton. Nikki is one of those women who is literally good at everything she does. She's so creative. She can cook, she can garden, she can crochet, she can make jewellery, she paints rocks. She set up this local group called Working on Rocks where young people paint pictures on pebbles and they hide them in the countryside, and then other young children go and find the pebbles and then they swap them for ones that they've done. And I just think there's something incredibly inspiring about people like my neighbour Nikki engaging in the local community and using their creativity and their skills to help others in the community. The charitable sector in the UK is one of the most important sectors. There is very, very little in public, social or in our economic lives that could be achieved in this country without the hard work of charities. And charities are largely powered by women. There is something like, I think 65% of the total workforce in the voluntary sector are women. So women are massive drivers and energy givers behind the really important work that charities do, serving causes, serving communities and serving citizens. And they do it fantastically well. It's incredibly important that we keep pushing for gender equality in the workplace, especially in the voluntary sector. The reality is that what we need to do as women is we need to speak out for ourselves, but we also need to speak out on behalf of each other. One of the strongest and most effective ways of creating change is by us coming together and standing together for each other. We're good at doing that in the voluntary sector, we're good at doing that as women, and that's what we need to carry on doing.